This is KGW News at Sunrise.
Good morning. Thanks for getting up with us on this Sunday. I'm Deidre Johnson. This morning on Sunrise, a busy Saturday for local rescue crews. The latest on a rescue effort in the Columbia River Gorge. Plus, Portland mayoral candidates talk addiction recovery efforts in the city, what they view as the most valuable steps to solve the crisis. But first, let's check in with Daisy Caballero for a quick look at the forecast. Hey, Daisy.
Hey, good morning, Deidre. And hey, good morning, everyone. We are on what I believe day 3 of this warm snap, and I hope you're ready for the heat to continue. Those mid-70s, we hit 75 in downtown Portland yesterday, 76 out at PDX. But it is currently 45 degrees. So don't worry. Yes, it's a bit cold this morning, a bit chilly, but we will start to warm up in these next few hours. Once again, because of a ridge of high pressure keeping our skies for the most part clear. We are starting to see maybe some high clouds just start to move through our region. But for the most part, it will be clear, sunny skies today. Quick look at your current temperatures. 42 out in La Center, 37 down in King City. And we're seeing those 30s, 37 degrees for the Tillamook area. So as we are looking at the rest of our current temperatures over east, you remember they were below freezing temperatures. And once again, we're doing that as we're looking at Baker City and also for Burns. So here's what your day at a glance will look like. We could potentially hit record-breaking temperatures for today if we, of course, surpass 76 degrees here in the Rose City. How long is this warm snap going to last, and when is the rain returning? I'll give you those answers coming up in my full forecast.
All right. Thanks so much, Daisy. Well, this morning, we're waiting for an update on a rescue operation underway in the Columbia River Gorge. Crews are trying to rescue 2 hikers stuck on a cliff. They are about a mile east of Multnomah Falls near Ainsworth State Park. The sheriff's office says they were able to find the hikers and see them on the drone camera. Deputies say the hikers called for help and stayed in one place until someone could find them. They don't appear to be hurt, but the rescue could be difficult. At last check, they were trying to get a technical ropes team in place. This was a second search and rescue operation in the area. This incident ended in tragedy. A 61-year-old woman went missing Friday near Horsetail Falls. Rescuers found the woman dead at the bottom of a cliff Saturday morning. Her name hasn't been released, and we don't know how she died. Police in Vancouver continue to investigate 2 deadly crashes. The most recent one happened Friday night just before 10:30. Investigators say a man on a motorcycle was heading north on Main Street and didn't stop at a red light at the intersection of East 15th. He crashed into the side of a truck and died at the scene. Witnesses say the motorcycle was going about 70 to 80 miles an hour before the crash. The truck driver is cooperating with police. The second crash happened just before 9:30 Tuesday night in the area of Northeast 134th and 4th Plain Boulevard. A bus driver told police he saw a man crossing the street, but not in a crosswalk when he was hit by a car. By the time first responders got there, the man was dead. The driver told police he thought he hit an animal, but didn't see anything, so he drove away. The 2 men now face several charges, including first-degree robbery after a carjacking in North Portland Friday night. Officers were called to North Skidmore and Albina around 7:40. A man says he was unloading groceries from his car when 41-year-old Raheem Carter and 24-year-old Brandon Blum approached him. One pointed a gun at him and demanded his keys. The 2 later crashed the car near 70th and Mason Street and ran away. Officers arrested them in a nearby neighborhood. The victim was not hurt. Turning to our homeless crisis, this number may surprise you. There are more than 1,200 students experiencing homelessness in Salem-Keizer schools, and it's a number on the rise. Blair Best has more.
Tucked in this closet,
as we said, we just moved, but this is our supply room at this time.
At the Salem-Keizer School District office.
But we have a selection of school supplies.
The basics, somewhat hidden, just like the students who need them.
It's not just druggies on the street. There are families who are in your neighborhood who are affected by this.
Siobhan Leeds is one of the 5 people in the district working with homeless students, a growing population in Marion County.
Some of their stories are really just heart-wrenching, and you know, it sits with you sometimes.
Currently, we are at 1,245 students.
Many between the ages of 11 and 19 without parents.
So we have students who are from my migrant program, we have refugee students, we have students who they don't necessarily have a voice for themselves.
I've had families who live in RVs and trailers who maybe don't have access to showers.
Which only leads to more problems.
We're seeing a big rise in mental health issues with students and struggling with trying to get by through the day.
But the support from Siobhan and others isn't hard to see.
Just trying to keep on top of it, it can be a struggle.
In recent years, the graduation rate, including homeless students, has increased by 8%. A small success to a problem on the rise.
And so by helping students to complete high school and find more stable living situations, hopefully that means that given time, those numbers will also go down.
District leaders say the problem goes beyond school walls, and they point to a lack of affordable housing as a contributing factor. But we know this crisis is not just in Salem, it's in Portland too. And when we asked Portland Public Schools how many of their students are homeless, they didn't have the number, but they tell us they are looking into it. Blair Best, KGW News.
We've got a big traffic alert for you this morning. Thousands of runners are headed to downtown Portland for the annual Shamrock Run. The first races start at 8 o'clock. This is video from last year's event. Due to the runners, many roads will be closed for most of the morning. We've got a complete list of road closures on KGW.com. And part of the Max Blue line is out of service for the next week. The final planned disruption for the Better Red Extension project kicked off on Saturday. Crews will be working on the tracks and it will last through next Sunday. During this time, shuttle buses will take Blue Line riders between Orenco Station and Hatfield Government Center in Hillsborough. The project is scheduled to wrap up this summer. And check out this drone footage showing the work being done on the Hall Boulevard overpass in Tigard. It will be closed for about 9 months so crews can rebuild it. And a reminder, Highway 217 is closed from Greenberg to 99W due to construction. Both directions and some on-ramps will be shut down until Monday morning at 5 a.m. It's part of the 217 improvement project. ODOT is adding extra lanes to give drivers more space to merge into traffic. On Saturday, candidates running for mayor in Portland took part in a roundtable discussion on addiction and recovery. They presented ideas on how to make treatment in the state easier to access. John Adams takes us there.
Portland's mayoral candidates on stage together for the first time, not to debate, but to discuss ideas on how to help people dealing with addiction problems.
We all know that this is probably the place that the Portland metro area has struggled with most in recent years. And frankly, the people who can solve that are in this room today, which is why I'm here.
The Recovery Summit was hosted by Oregon Recovers. The main goal? Opening a dialogue between people in recovery and the leaders who will be in charge of finding a solution to the city's addiction crisis.
I think it's important to articulate a path of hope for the city right now. We've gone through a really tough few years, largely shaped by the addiction crisis on our streets. And so I think part of today is talking about real solutions, how we're going to all hold hands and drive this together.
Some of the major topics discussed were the need for a sobering center in Portland and the lack of beds available for people in recovery. For those in attendance, the summit brings hope that solutions are on the way for people dealing with addiction.
I can't even tell you how jazzed it has me to be here. The people are amazing. We're all here for the same reasons, and it's just overall a really amazing thing.
We have to put our money where our mouth is, and we have to put our heart in the right direction. Everyone knows what we're supposed to do, but yet we have to put people in positions of power to make those decisions that we know that they will make.